is the Gaumont British News, presenting the world to the world. (1950), and upon a note of gaiety, opened for each one of us a year of happiness or heartbreak, overshadowed by the dark clouds of crisis and war. In this atomic age, scientists produced the coronagraph for making daily photographic records of the sun. Not content with this, they filmed our own planet from nearly 100 miles up, literally presenting the world to the world. From this great height, the curvature of the Earth can clearly be seen. But one can't take liberties with nature, and she brought much influence to bear on the year's events. A hurricane sweeping America's Atlantic seaboard brought record floods and a trail of destruction. Australia, too, as after torrential rain, rich New South Wales pastures became an inland sea. But South Africa and the world bore an even greater loss in general floods. And the loss to the world of literature was the one and only George Bernard Shaw, leaving a void which may never be replaced. Sweden, too, mourned the passing of her veteran King Gustav, and later paid homage to her new ruler, Gustav VI. A joyous family occasion in Britain, the christening of Princess Anne, second child of Princess Elizabeth and the Duke of Edinburgh. You'll remember these lovable pictures of the family group, with Prince Charles stealing the limelight from his baby sister. For the film industry, a year of recovery with its highlight, the Royal Command performance. Hollywood's Elizabeth Taylor and Conrad Hilton Jr. began their all-too-brief married life, while at home, Moira Shearer married Ludovic Kennedy, but not in the red shoes. In this mid-century year of many state events, we recall the visit of the French President and Madame Auriol, welcomed by the King and Queen at a brilliant Covent Garden occasion. Another visit of state, this time from Holland, as Queen Juliana and Prince Bernhard were given a tremendous welcome by the King and Queen and their fellow Londoners. The brilliance of the traditional drive to the palace brightened the gloom of a dismal November. Spring sunshine at Aintree for the Grand National. And the sensation of the last jump as Tom Carrick came down, leaving Freebooter to canter home alone. While the royal family only had eyes for ill-fated Monaveen, who finished a gallant fifth. Something new in London's sporting calendar when they brought snow from Norway to Hampstead Heath for its first ever ski jumping contest. 100,000 rain-drenched fans at Wembley saw veteran skipper Joe Mercer lead mighty Arsenal to their third cup final victory, this time against Liverpool. In the mid-century derby, we hoped that favourite Prince Simon would stop yet another rich prize going across the channel. But in a neck-and-neck run up to the post, French-bred Galcador beat the favourite by a head. It was a great season for 14-year-old Lester Piggott. After losing his apprentice allowance, he competed on level terms with experienced jockeys and still rode the winners. British athletes lived up to their early season promise by winning 8 events in the European Championships at Brussels' Heysel Stadium and came home with the proud title, Champions of Europe. Goodwood, where the sponsors of the BRM found they'd solved some of the teething troubles of the national car. Driven by Reg Parnell, it won the Goodwood Trophy and the Woodcote Cup. With favourable September tides, the Daily Mail's first mass channel swim took place from Cap Green to Dover. The winner was an Egyptian, Abd El Rahim, while Britain's 22-year-old Irene Fenton carried off the woman's prize. But for us, the best sport of all was leaning on the railings of the zoo, watching Bruma showing her powerful cross-channel strokes. Towards the end of the summer, however, Brumus and Mother Ivy got just a little tired of being the centre of attraction and dreamt of ice-cold pools in the polar region. 1950 indeed proved a year of crisis, as in Belgium a storm centre developed over King Leopold's return to the throne. The peaceful country was split into two factions, for and against the king's return. Finally, in order to save further bloodshed, Leopold designated the royal prerogative to his son, Prince Baudouin. In Paris, too, a storm, this time engineered by the communists to weaken France's rightful place in a united Western Europe. A wave of speculation as we asked what Russian ships were doing in the Channel, but it turned out literally to be just a fishing story. Flames of war, as high summer brought news of the crossing of the 38th parallel by invading North Koreans, and world crisis loomed. But the United Nations acted promptly in condemning the attack, and nations rallied under its banner for the fight against the ever-encroaching tentacles of world communism. Britain and the Commonwealth were quick to answer the challenge to democracy. Under General MacArthur's brilliant leadership, the forces of the United Nations held a beachhead against overwhelming odds. This was only made possible by command of the air, never relinquished by the Allies. On the sea as well, the Allied fleets gave invaluable support for landings on both the east and west coasts of Korea. Then the breakout, and prisoners came rolling in. Finally, the liberating drive across the 38th parallel, bringing Red China into the struggle. With the deterioration of the world situation, Mr. Attlee at once decided to fly across the Atlantic to confer with President Truman. In a year of uneasy peace, we reached another milestone in the history of our Constitution when the King opened the new Commons Chamber, replacing the old one destroyed by enemy action in 1941. Later, His Majesty opened the new session of a parliament confronted by an ever-worsening world situation. Whether the coming generation, of which the young Prince Charles is the lively embodiment, will enjoy the fruits of peace depends upon the strength and determination of our parliament to support the democratic way of life, and so bring to us all peace and happiness in 1951.